Oh, hello.
Hi, Steven. Steven's the first one in.
Steven.
Perfect. Let me see. I still can't see. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're live.
You're like, let's make sure we are.
All right. And I got that up. So hopefully I can see I should be able to see the chat anyways, but perfect. Hi, Jack.
What's
Hi,
up?
How is everyone? You know what? Before we start, I hate to do this to you. I'm going to run and refill my drink. I forgot that I didn't do that. So give me 1 second. I'm coming.
While she's refilling her drink, if you go to my Instagram story, I posted about this lovely little fall cocktail that I'm having this evening. So you can get all the ingredients. Oh wow, everybody's what's up, Hexen? What's up? What's up?
All right, Donna, Linda, Dave, Steve,
Dawn,
good job, guys. Hi.
Everybody like popped in at the same time. Cheers.
Yay. So mine, I'm gonna have to do. I've been talking about my elderberry syrup recipe. Every year I make an elderberry syrup for health stuff, and I haven't had a chance to make it this year yet. Although I have all the ingredients and stuff, and everybody wants to see it, so I have to do it on the channel. But it takes like 45 minutes to boil everything down.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't edit my videos. I don't know if you know this, but I have no idea how to edit anything. I have no editing software. This is what you get. So I said, I on my live yesterday or the day before, I was like, I don't know, you guys, 45 minutes. What am I going to do for 45 minutes? They all laughed at me. They're like, yeah, Jen, like you can't talk for 45 minutes. All right, that's true. I'll figure something out, I'm sure.
Right.
I got to do that, though, because I feel a cold coming on, and I'm like, I got to hurry up and get it in there.
Sounds like a good thing to do. Mine's not so much healthy, but I mean, it is cider. It's honey, and honey's good for you. I just, added a little bit of whiskey into mine just to make it a little.
Right. Hey, whiskey is good for you. It knocks a lot of things out.
Oh,
Yay.
man.
Hi, Deb and Shauna. Mama, I was just watching your tarot video. Pappa Squirrel on Instagram. So Lita wants to know.
Wait, what?
Are you Pappa Squirrel on Instagram?
Pappa Squirrel's Nest is what it is.
There's a different Pappa Squirrel?
So I'm having a battle with Instagram right now because when I created the brand Pappa Squirrel 3 years ago, there is a Pappa Squirrel on Instagram who has never posted anything. He's never followed anybody. He's never added anybody.
Come on.
So I've reached out to Instagram. I don't know that I'll ever hear back from them, but I'm like, hey, I would really like clearly to have that name. But for now, do the Pappa Squirrel's Nest is what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Hi, Lillian. Elderberry is a great antiviral. It really is. It makes your sicknesses go a lot less time than they would have. So, yep. I'm going to be doing it this week, definitely, you guys, because I need to get it.
That sounds like fun. I'm excited.
I've been cleaning like crazy. School germs coming home, right? Oh, I know. Back to school stuff, and then everybody comes home. I have to say that's the one thing I kind of miss, believe it or not. This sounds terrible, but with 4 boys, my immune system was awesome. Like they would bring home everything. So I never got sick because they would bring home little bits of everything, and I was fine. I didn't get anything. Now it's a lot different.
Yeah, not so much, huh?
Not so much at all. All right. Hello. My goodness, we got lots. Hi, Lucy and Dave.
Sherry Bug.
Yes. Instagram is probably like, what the hell does this guy have for squirrels? I know, right?
It's none of Instagram's business. What it is there's an account that ain't nobody using, and I don't understand why they allow rogue accounts just to exist. Like, what is it doing? Like,
right? Give me a break, right?
Same.
It's terrible. I never even thought to look if there was an Instagram account for mine. For Mama Squirrel. No idea. I'm going to have to do that soon because I am changing the name of the channel soon, and it's going to have something to do with Mama Squirrel. So I keep saying, oh, I'll do it this day. I'll do it this day. And it doesn't quite get to it. All right, guys. Why they got to play you like that, right? Hi, guys. All right. So we have been to a crystal gem show again. This time it was in Springfield, right?
Yes. Well, I've been to two now since we last spoke. The last one really wasn't that eventful, but yeah. So this past weekend we went out to Springfield, which is like 3 hours away from us, and spent the day there, which was a lot of fun. It was a good time.
Not bad. I took a look at the video, which I posted. You guys should be able to see the video in the information tab. And it looked like at least there was a lot of different kinds of stuff there and lots of stuff to look at and lots of pretty.
Yeah. They definitely, I mean, even though that the vendor count was still like in the 20-ish range type thing, their booths were like a lot bigger. So the whole space was taken up with a lot more options. And honestly, like, I mean, I appreciate every crystal show that I've been to, but the ones that have more stuff going on it's clearly worth more of your time, you know?
Absolutely, for sure. So let's see, what did we get?
Well, let me show you first what I got from the Topeka, Kansas one. I only got 2 different crystals. So I picked up, and I forgot, I know I didn't tell you these, Mama, but pyrite cubes.
Gotta love the pyrite cubes. They are gorgeous. They are great.
Now, I do know that
prosperity workings for pyrite is incredible.
And also, isn't this like a very like good crystal for like masculine energy?
Absolutely, yes. That balancing out your yin yang energy and the masculine energy comes through for sure. Yeah, and it's really good as a protection crystal too. But boy, for me, it's when I think of pyrite, I always think prosperity. It's really good. Any prosperity working, any prosperity energy that you're trying to pull into yourself, put that pyrite into a crystal grid. Does good.
Yeah. And speaking of prosperity crystals, the next one that I got is these AAA citrine crystals.
Oh, gorgeous. Look at that.
So they're all little miniature ones. I purposely picked these out because I wanted to provide like a high quality crystal that's affordable, you know, because these in the bigger forms, I mean, you're looking at big bucks for these, but they're so beautiful.
Gorgeous.
They're a little tower cut. And if you've looked on the Crystals Are Us or on any of the shop accounts, they have smoky phantoms in it. And so it's a little difficult to see clearly on a webcam. But you know, I have pieces that are this big, and then I think this is the smallest little guy right here that's like a little, you know, just the size of like your fingernail, a little cute.
Cute but powerful, boy. That deep yellow and amber color, that's super powerful. That is great for depression. That is great for lifting your spirits up. That's really good for your solar plexus. So it gives you that that positive outlook on yourself. It's those little, even though you get little towers like that, they're great for the middle of grids. You can use them as your focal point, and it doesn't matter, guys. I try to tell my people all the time, doesn't matter big or little, it's the same energy, and you can enhance that energy with quartz and everything else and make it as big as you need it. You don't have to have a huge crystal to do that. I mean, they're gorgeous and they're pretty, don't get me wrong, but you don't have to have that in order to do any kind of working that you need to.
Especially if you're going to be doing a little crystal grid around your house, it's perfect to put like in your sacred space or your altar, or even just like at your bedside table or your coffee table, because they're little small grids, and you don't need anything big. At least for me, when I'm doing like crystal grids, it's about the intention that I put into it. It's more of like an intention work thing, and I'm working with the energies of the crystals. And then it's that daily reminder too, that every time I'm looking at it, it's like, just manifesting what you want.
Yep.
And
brings
like
that energy back up and raises that vibration again. Absolutely. For sure.
Yeah. And I talked about the other week just about like the differences between like fake and natural citrine. And the thing that I love about natural citrine is it's clearly it's clear. It's almost like a honey, yellow. And I always remember this is like it brings sunshine. Like you talked about, like that it brings joy. Like that's what like natural citrine reminds me of, is like bringing that like sunshine and that warmth and goodness,
that really good feeling energy. Exactly. When I have a day that, like, I probably should have brought it today and I didn't bring citrine with me today. When I have a Monday that I'm like, oh gosh, do I really want to go in? I don't think I can do this again. That's what you should grab that citrine, because that really helps that whole outlook on life. That what was it? The Toys R Us commercial, turn that frown upside down. Yes. Then, it's almost like glass when it's AAA. Just says exactly. It's really, really gorgeous. Absolutely.
You know what, guys? I apologize. I haven't even been paying a bit of attention to the chat room.
Is the citrine in your shop already?
Yes. So the citrine is on now, I'm not even going to like try to go into the whole thing. So I have like a Wix site that I've built for the Crystals R Us, right? And I've decided to open up an Etsy shop as well. You can follow the links if you just go to Crystals R Us on the Instagram account. You can follow the links and go to the Etsy page, or just go to Etsy and search Crystals R Us. You will find it. I'm trying to like, I don't know. I'm exploring the different options with the websites for now. I know it's confusing as F, but just bear with me.
Right. Just to, yes, you got to kind of figure out what your best platform is. And sometimes you got to try out a couple different ones to figure out what works for you. And that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And with anything, whether it is listed or it's not listed, or you can't find it or whatever, like as always, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Facebook, whatever media platform. And like, I will be more than happy to send you pictures, send you videos and all that kind of stuff, so.
Absolutely. And half of you guys already know that. I know Shauna was just overjoyed with their box that they got from you. So I got confused. Look at them. Oh, do you rather we order on Etsy or the online shop?
Well, this is my thought process, Hexen, is I feel like that being under the Etsy brand umbrella is kind of like a trustworthy site. And what I do like about it is that you're able to leave reviews on the items, and then also too that other customers can see like, hey, somebody's purchased from this shop before. So it really builds brand loyalty, which is really important to me, because in building the Crystals R Us Instagram page, it's kind of like I've already built that brand loyalty and trust. But it's one thing to build something, and then it's like to get somebody to go somewhere else now. So like,
so you have that, and other people who might be new to you can see that, people have bought from you before and we're really happy.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the thought process with the Etsy is like, I guess I'm trying to transition a little bit over to that direction. So that a way customers in the future can see like, hey, this person's a trustworthy person and, has good stuff. So.
Perfect. Yeah. Love it. I just added your Etsy, I think, Crystals R Us. Yep. That looks like it probably is it.
No, it's not spelled right. Why can't I like leave chat stuff?
It won't let you.
No, I can't type it in. So it's CRYSTALZRUS. So think of it like Toys R Us, except it's with a Z.
So what do I have? I have your blog listed. I have your YouTube video listed. I have your store listed. I don't have your Etsy or your Etsy shop. I'm sorry. Damn it.
I mean, I didn't tell you, like, it's a new thing, guys. Like, I didn't mean to take up our chat about this.
That's all right.
Yes, you did spell that correctly. The crystals with a Z are us. And so Steve said he dropped the link, but I don't see.
Yeah, Steve, unfortunately, unless you're a moderator, it won't let you show the link, which is crazy.
And Jezebel, yes, that's how you spell it. That is correct. So both the pyrite and the citrine are on the Etsy page. So if you go to Etsy page and search that crystals are us, awesome, Mimi found me, cool. Then you'll see that those items are in there, along with like some more pink amethyst that I got in. The crystals that I'm about to show you, however, what we just got from this past weekend, is not listed anywhere. So this is like, yeah.
This is like first dibs.
Yeah, so like unless you were an email subscribers from my normal website, they've already gotten the sneak peek of these items. So this is kind of like the everybody else is getting to see this for the first time. Like I mentioned earlier, if you see something you want, contact me immediately through Instagram or Facebook or wherever. Because if you don't get it now, then understand it will be listed type thing. So
right. Exactly. And he's in our group, guys. He is not under Pappa Squirrel, though. He's under Brian Willis, WILLIS.
I need to get my shit together is what this sounds like. I'm like, I have a website here, a website there. I'm under this name or that name, and Instagram won't give me what I want. And like, I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess.
There, I just typed, hopefully, yeah, it's Brian Willis in Facebook, in case you want to message him on Facebook. But you can get him on Instagram, too. All right, let's see. On to the next.
Okay, so yeah, so we were in Springfield, and it was a good time. I do want to mention, though, and I talk more about it in the blog, which is linked down below. There's one thing that I've learned that I've found very amusing, is that remember to bring cash.
Oh, yes. We do have those sellers that just.
Yeah, it's not just the seller. It's like if you want to get through the door, you need cash. You've got the sellers that don't accept anything other than cash. And funny story, so there's an ATM in the expo center. So I have to go down there to get money to get in, right? And then I come back upstairs and I'm like, okay. And I find some crystals. And the woman's like, you're going to need some money. So I go back down and I come back up. And then I find some more crystals. And they're like, you're going to need some more money. So I go back down. And then I break the only ATM in the whole building.
Oh, no. Oh, they had to love that. Oh, no.
I'm like, my card goes in there and all of a sudden the system malfunctioned. I've never had this happen before. I mean, have you ever had that happen to you?
Nope. I have to say I have not, but I am a person who I don't, it maybe because I'm more old school, I tend to bring cash with me more anyways, which I know like a lot of people, all the young people today, they don't bring cash ever. They just have their card. That's it. That's all they carry. And I totally get that nowadays. That's probably a good idea for a lot of places, but boy, when you're going to a gem show, there are a lot of old timers and they don't take all the newfangled stuff, and it doesn't matter. Like I've said to them, apparently it's really easy. You just have this little box on the top of your phone and stuff. Nope. They don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, no Venmo, no PayPal, no Apple Pay, no Square Pay. They don't know what any of that stuff is. They want cold, hard cash.
That's right. That's a good lesson. That's a good thing to remember when you're going to a gem show, guys, to, make sure you bring some cash, which is hard. I know, because, you don't want to be carrying around cash all over. I would recommend getting a little zippered change purse, something that can fit in your pocket, and put it, right in your jeans pocket, in your front jeans pocket or something. And that's, carry your cash there, because you definitely need it.
I feel like I want to do a whole blog now on like tips and tricks for like surviving crystal shows. That's
a great idea. Absolutely. I know at Trail Talk last year, I told there was, I kind of gathered everyone together and told them what to expect. Make sure you bring water with you so you stay hydrated, all that stuff. Bring a grounding crystal on you, because some people can get really lightheaded and stuff with all the different energies going on. Lots of different tips for sure. And the more you go to, the more you learn. I'm sure you can start teaching me pretty soon.
Well, we'll see about that. But in the meantime, so while I was there, despite breaking the ATM, I still was able to pick up quite a few things that I wanted to show off. One of the crystals that really caught my eye this trip was blue apatite. And so I got these palm stones. Did I pronounce it wrong?
No, that's good. It's a really nice piece you have. So yes.
I was like, I wasn't sure if that face was that she liked the crystal or I pronounced it wrong.
No, that's good. That's good.
I got a few pieces of the blue apatite palm stones, which are all like a really decent size. Sorry. And then I also picked up blue apatite spheres, which I think are really cool. And I hope that the camera can pick up on it, because there's like a shimmer underneath of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous.
I don't know if y'all are seeing it, but either way, so I got a few blue apatite spheres.
Apatite, just like you're hungry.
Apatite. Okay, well that's easy to remember. Okay.
Which, by the way, is one of the things it does is it suppresses your hunger. So for all of the dieters and stuff out there, that's one of the things it does is it helps to suppress your appetite so that you don't eat too much. It helps you to balance out what you're eating and stuff.
See, I was thinking it was because I just immediately assumed because it was blue that it had to do with the throat. Maybe
absolutely. That too. Yep, absolutely. It's really good for public speaking.
What does it do?
Communication that way. It's I have to say, blue apatite is one of my favorite stones because, for one thing, I'm a blue person. That blue just hits me anyways. But it's really good for dreams. It helps you to access your subconscious dreams and be able to remember it better. So like Dave was just doing a live before we were on about, look at those. Oh, they are gorgeous. But talking about lucid dreaming and, when you're trying to remember your dreams and stuff, that is a really good stone for that. It's good for all your throat chakra stuff. It's also good for third eye though, because it's got some of that purplish indigo, tones in there a lot of times. So it's really good for third eye stuff, improves concentration, memory, and it helps with your psychic perception. So your ability to sense, so clairvoyance, clairaudient, clairsentient, all that, it helps increase your ability to sense things like
that. Cool. I like
really
it.
Good. It is. It is. It blue isn't the only color that apatite comes in, but it's my favorite. It comes in like green, yellow. I think there's a brownish red. Trying to think, but blue is my favorite. If you eat the blue apatite, it suppresses your appetite. But it does. That's how I always remembered how to say it, is because it did actually, it does help suppress your appetite and helps you diet.
Deborah, and anybody else, like I said, I'm not here on the live to like sell off these crystals. Just contact me after this live. I will be eating dinner because I am a human being and I need to eat, but
oh, eating dinner. No.
How dare you? But after that, I will be on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, and I can better assist you guys if you guys are interested in purchasing any of these things. But for now, we're just here because I want to show it off and do the educational parts of it so that we can all learn together about like the energies and the healing properties and stuff like that too.
It is also, that's a good one too. I always forget this because I get migraines and stuff, but that's a good one for headaches too. Ooh. Really helps with migraines and headaches. I always forget that.
So on I guess kind of blue, we'll sneak into I also picked up some other palm stones, and can you guys tell what this is? If I can get it to...
And I see a little bit of flash.
Can I get it to do it? Oh my God. Please, guys, the camera's backwards, so it's hard for me to figure out. Oh my God.
Yay, Labradorite. Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah, it is Labradorite, and I will
tell you ahead of time, you guys, you never, ever, I don't know what you'd never see the kind of flash that you see in person on the camera. The camera just doesn't do it. It just doesn't.
I mean, it is like a pain in the butt, even when you're trying to like photograph these, like, because you got to get it at that like angle. I mean, you can kind of see the blues in this one when I do this wrist action right here. But it's like even trying to take photos of these things, like I always get like my little tips and tricks is like I'll take like a piece of tissue paper and ball it up to prop the stone up just enough.
Right. And yep.
You take the picture of it that you can get like the right I don't know.
The right angle, so I know, and it never does as good. Oh, that was a good one. It's not.
There we go.
Right angle is key, but you never get as much as it is in person. In person, it's always 10 times more beautiful than anything you can see on the camera, for sure. It's really gorgeous. I just want to say really quickly, Kay said she doesn't see a lot of her crystals in Judy Hall's Crystal Bible books, and that's true. I have found them lacking in a lot of crystals. I wish I could say there's one that has everything, and there kind of is. If you get Melody's books, which are really a set of 2 books, you get the book that has the pictures in it so that you can see, examples of what you're looking at. And then the other Melody book has all the metaphysical kind of stuff in it. So if you get those 2 together, they're really good. Now there's some of the newer stuff that Melody's books aren't going to have because they are pretty old now, but they are way more comprehensive than any one like Judy Hall book or anything that I've seen. Even though I love Judy Hall books, I have a lot of them, but they don't have everything that you're looking for a lot of times. So I get that for sure. Labradorite. So, I mean, we know Labradorite, my favorite story about Labradorite is that the Inuit people looked at the Labradorite stone and they decided that the Aurora Borealis sunk into the stone and absorbed all the light from the Aurora Borealis. So love. I mean, how can you not love something that goes back with a history and a story that is like that? It's unbelievable. But it does all kinds of things. It protects against negativity and misfortunes that could come to you. So it's kind of a good luck charm stone. There's just so much. So when you think of looking at this flashy thing, what does it make you think of when you look at it? For me, I'm always thinking that it's like a meditative force, because it really pulls you right in. And because of that, it kind of helps you to reduce antisocial behavior and impulsive behaviors, because it is what's a word I want to think of? The TikTok clocking thing. Psychoanalysis, where you go into a meditative state. It helps to go into a meditative state. So it helps you to not have quite so much of that impulsivity, which is really good for teenagers. If any of you have teenagers, I used to make sure that my boys had Labradorite on them when they walked out the door, because I didn't want them to, drink a whole bunch and whatever else they were doing that I didn't want to know about.
And isn't it like the magic stone? Because it's like of mystery. I don't know. I always associate it with the high priestess.
Yes,
talking
absolutely.
tarot.
Me too. Yeah. For sure. It's really good for the subconscious mind. It helps you to increase your subconscious awareness. It helps you, with the high priestess, it helps you to look inward. It allows you to look at yourself in a different way and see yourself introspectively better. It gives you more intuitive wisdom.
Nice.
There's a million things. Labradorite is just awesome. How can you not love something that flashes like that?
I love it too, because it's almost like it's layered, like you can actually see that it's like down in the stone even, which is like very interesting. Because even looking at it, which the camera does a great job of this, it looks like a black stone almost,
Mm-hmm.
And that's what your eye kind of sees until you like look down, and it's like layered is where all the beauty and colors come from,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's really neat.
Absolutely. Love it. And it looks like a seal swimming by you in the water. Do crystals work the same for animals? Yes, Shauna, absolutely. Now, and keep in mind, and I didn't say this time, so I'm going to preface everything I'm saying with this. Keep in mind that all of our energies are different. So our energies interact with the stones in a different way. Mine will interact differently than Pappa Squirrel's does, then interacts differently with what yours does. So every stone, what I say that stone does is kind of a suggestion. It's what a lot of people have said it does for them. It doesn't necessarily mean it will do exactly that for you or for your animals, although it does help animals too. I know a lot of people that have, the cages on their dog's collar or something, and they'll put rose quartz in there, or they'll put, whatever kind of stone they think they need that energy of. So absolutely, it definitely does. Just keep in mind that keep an eye on your animal, because your animal is less likely to be able to tell you if that is doing what you want it to do. But you can tell how they're acting and stuff.
Yeah. Deborah said a really good thing that like it hits the nail on the head for me. She said Labradorite reminds me of the deepest unexplored parts of the ocean or deep space and cosmos, which helped me connect with source, subconscious, and all that. Like I totally agree. It's definitely I don't know.
Absolutely. I know it's one of those stones that everybody loves. Like I haven't met very many people that are like, yeah, I don't really like Labradorite, because it just draws you in no matter who you are or what crystals you gravitate towards. I think most people like Labradorite a lot.
Yeah. All right, so moving on, we've got 2 more crystals left. I did pick up some more spheres. I was kind of in a sphere and palm stony kind of mood. I picked up some more rose quartz, and some of these are more of a lighter kind of a lavender color, and then some of them are a little bit like deeper. I don't know, maybe it'll help to show them together.
Rosy, deeper, yeah.
My lighting's terrible. The camera's terrible.
I know.
I need to get my life together. Either way, I got rose quartz spheres that are
beautiful. And Kay, yes, love is in the earth. Absolutely. There's 2 versions. One has the pictures all in it, and one has the I'll take pictures of them and post them in the group tonight, honey. One has all the information in one, and one has all the pictures in the other. but it's like different versions of the same kind of book. They just work really well together. So rose quartz. I mean, we all know rose quartz is all about the love. Rose quartz inspires beauty, the love of your own beauty, the love of yourself. It is supposed to have beautified. The Egyptians would make masks out of rose quartz to lay on their faces. And that was supposed to increase their beauty. As a matter of fact, I guess they were buried with some. They were put in their tombs sometimes, that they would have these rose quartz masks on to increase their beauty. It's all about the love, all about tenderness, sensuality. It's a good sleep crystal, which I didn't realize. Of course, if you know me, you know rose quartz doesn't do a whole lot for me, but it does for most people. Is really good for sleep, and allows you to sleep without bad dreams, supposedly. So that's good. Physically, it's supposed to help with soothing burns and reducing blistering. If you have like a burn, if you put a piece of rose quartz on it, tape a piece of rose. Now, of course, guys, understand, if you have a burn, go to the doctor. But if it's just,
depending on how bad it is, call 911.
Yeah, exactly. Please do not just do this instead of getting burn treatment for your third-degree burn. Yes. But yes, it's like if you touch the stove real quick or something and you realize that it's stinging for a little bit, that's supposed to help with the stinging. It's good for fertility stuff. It's good for postpartum depression. And a lot of people, self-love. Yep.
I was just thinking what you said about the burning your hand on the stove. I was thinking clearly I've had like a little bit of whiskey tonight, but I'm like, what a terrible like marketing scheme that would be. Like, keep this right by your oven just in case you burn your hand. Perfect.
You gotta save yourself. Yep.
Oh, okay, so the piece de la resistance.
Yay! I'm excited to see what you got.
Oh, so we did talk about this crystal, right? Did we share this with everybody?
Honestly, I can't remember if we did that while we were on the air or not. So let's bring it back again, just in case we didn't, because I'm not.
Well, yeah, I don't know if we kept this on the DL or not. So I'm not going to share all the gritty details because I don't want to end up dead. But
right, absolutely.
I did get this crystal, and it only comes from one mine in the whole world. This for sure is the most rare crystal that I've ever had in my hand. And I personally love this crystal. I saw it at the Joplin, Missouri show, and I was debating about whether to get it or not. And then I walked away because it had a big price tag on it. And then the more and more I learned about it and had a conversation with you, Mama, about it and some other people, I was just like kicking myself in the butt. Like, why did I not get this crystal? So without further ado, the crystal is black calcite, or it is also known as shamanite. Is that correct?
That's correct. Oh, gorgeous.
And this camera certainly will not capture the beauty of this crystal, because almost just like the Labradorite, like in this piece, you can kind of see where it's dark under and then the tip is light. So you almost see these layers within it. And I'm pretty sure that there's pyrite sprinkled around the base of it. I don't know if you can see the gold flecks on it.
A little bit. Ugh, gorgeous piece.
Yeah, so this is some amazing stuff. And Mama, please share with them.
Truly, guys. Now this one, I'm probably going to read something that I have printed out, because this stone is kind of one of those stones that if you at all can work with it, please do. It is a stone that everyone should have a chance to work with at some point. It's not a stone that everybody has. And it's such a great stone. It's just great. So a lot of people call it master shamanite. It is one of the greatest stones for initiating inner journeying, astral travel, that deep meditation that we've been talking about on a couple different channels now. And it can help connect you inwardly with power animals and your spirit guides. It's a stone of the ancestors that aids in communicating with your spiritual elders and guides. It's a stone of those who wish to walk between the worlds and to heal others through soul retrieval. They call it a healer's healer. It's really good if you're a healing person. It can help align things that you may have given away without realizing as you're doing some of your healing there. It can help dispel the fear of death through bringing you closer to an experience that death is not the end of your being. So in other words, that it helps you to realize that there's more to this life than what's in this physical body. It's like I said, the shamanic journeying, that part of it, there is no other stone that I found that is better for assisting with the shamanic journeying or astral travel. What else? It resonates in some mysterious way with beings of interdimensional frequency. So in other words, the things that we talk about, like the Lemurians and the Atlanteans and stuff, that helps that communication. It helps you connect with those kind of beings. The name of this stone is shamanite or black calcite, Denise.
Yeah, and it is black calcite. It's specifically, I'm pretty sure, isn't it a dogtooth calcite is kind of the name, and that's why it has like the shard-like kind of look to it.
And that form of it doesn't have to come in that form. Dogtooth calcite can come in other like calcite forms, but that's definitely a dogtooth there, and that denotes the shape of what is there.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, gorgeous piece.
Yeah. I wanted all of them, but yes, I forget, somebody earlier said, is that what broke the bank? Yes, that is what broke the and like I wanted, it literally would have broken my bank if I had gotten other pieces too, but I was like, one piece at a time. Let's see how this goes. I just know that, like I mentioned earlier, the last time when I started to reach out and try to find out more about it, anybody that I talked to, like you, Mama, and I think there was maybe 2 or 3 other people, like retailer wise, that knew what it was just like, what? Like you found it, you got it. Like I had it once and like I didn't realize like what I had, and now I can't find it. And it was like such a big deal that everybody was like telling me, and I'm like, why did I get a piece of it?
Right? I know. And it literally, like the piece I have, well, I don't have my purse right here. The piece I have is just a little tumbled piece, and it's like this big. And it does wonders for me, just that. Someday I will get a, big honking piece like that someday, because whew.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, this time at least I got the woman's contact information. It will be a thing of, if I want another piece, I have to drive 3 or 4 hours to go give her cash in order to get another piece. But I would be very happy to do that,
No kidding. So do you have any of that up for sale?
This is the only piece, and it will be for sale. Yes. But I will let you guys know now that is hundreds of dollars.
Oh, hell yeah.
To be aware. Yeah. So, if you're thinking this is like a
$20,
$100 crystal, you keep going. Keep going. Somebody asked, Kai asked, how much of what I buy do I keep for myself? Honestly, my partner just laughed and he said,
so hard. I can't even imagine.
Like I honestly like there's the occasional pieces that I will buy for myself. Like at not the last show, but the show before, I found this really cool piece of malachite that I loved. I loved the rich green of it and like how it's like the perfect to hold on to. And it was just one of those pieces that it's like this is the thing, right? If I see a piece of something, then I'll go ahead and I'll purchase it for myself. The majority of time, though, if I'm purchasing for a resale, it's about the collection. Now, granted, I can't afford a collection of black calcite,
right.
so it is the only one for now. But most things I get a collection of it, so that it's like if you want a piece of Labradorite, you have 5 to choose from. If you want an apatite sphere, you've got 4 to choose from. If you want a citrine tower, there's 13 to choose from. So it gives people like options as far as like the retail side of things go, and it makes much better pictures when you have a bunch of stuff.
Different options. That's true. That's good. I don't know though. I still I know it's funny that Cassie, the other girl that I was talking about that we did a show in her basement and stuff. I said it's terrible to like be there in her basement where she has all her crystals and stuff because I can touch them and I'm like, oh, put that one in my box, and oh wait, put that one in my box. And I'm like, damn, I think I need to remortgage the house now, but we're good. Okay. I don't know.
I mean, and plus, like, I've been doing it now for, like a few years off and on, especially like the retail side of thing. But either way, this has been like a several year in the process thing. And honestly, like, I've come to terms with kind of like letting go. Like, I have my old school, like, there's a little chest up here, that's all of my, because I mentioned like I'm super big into tumbled. I love tumbled pocket stones. They're easy for me. They're my favorite, right? And so for anything else, like I've come to terms with letting go, because at the end of the day, there's always this flow of crystals that are coming through the house. And like, I get to enjoy that for a little bit before it goes and finds its forever home, and it's like, that's okay, because there's another cool crystal on the way that I get to enjoy, and and at the end of the day, if it doesn't find its forever home, then it has a happy forever home here.
And that's just fine. No kicking anybody out.
No, we can make room for it. So
all right, let's see. Lillian wants you to message her the price. I'll give you Lillian's Facebook. Shauna says she likes Mama's price. $20 sounds perfect.
Honey, I'm not I am not eating money.
Mama Squirrel, how many Scullies do you have? I probably need to count them again, but I'm not sure. I have less than Lucy, I'll tell you that. Is there any crystals you are looking for that are Canadian but hard to get there?
I honestly, I have no idea. I don't know of really any crystal other than this black calcite that is difficult to get. I don't know if that's like an American thing. I don't know if it's like because I travel to crystal shows thing, but I literally can find anything basically that I want, unless it's like extremely rare and only one person has it and they don't have an email or an Instagram, then that of course like makes things different. But
that's funny. I have a whole wish list. That is, because for me, it's silly me. When I first started out long ago, I had it in my head, and I think I've said this before, that I was going to have one of everything, which is not possible, by the way. You cannot do that. There's just always 62 hexen. Holy moly.
62. What?
Yep, you got more than me too. I know it's taken me years to get what I have because I work with them all. But in order for me to have one of everything, it just wouldn't ever happen. It just can't happen because they're always finding new crystals. But I have quite an extensive list of stuff that I would like to work with someday, So I have a whole wish list saying that I'm sure a lot of people have never heard of. Like I'll print out my little wish list and I bring it to gem shows and I'm like, so has anybody here got any of this? And they're like, what? What is that? All right, never mind. This is not bad. And some of them are not like super rare or anything, but it's just more like I'm because of the metaphysical side of it, I don't necessarily gravitate to only pretty stones. So a lot of the stuff that I want to work with is like mineral looking stones that does not have a big resale kind of value usually. So people are like, why would I stock that? And who cares? It's not pretty, So for me, I have a whole list.
Everybody has their different tastes. And you know what? That's great because you can take all of those minerals, Mama, and I will take all of the pretty shiny whatever.
Right?
That's what I love. I'm like,
I know. I have to say, my mother and I used to go to gem shows together all the time, and she would gravitate to all the jewelry and the sparkly stuff, and I was over with all the mineral guys, the rock hounds, looking at all the little poop looking stuff. I also go intuitively at the crystal shows by what I feel. That's the best way to do it. I'm telling you, Sherry. I think that's the best way to do it is just to see what you feel.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Dave, you have a lot of rough stones too. Absolutely. Would like to have a large, jumped on me, black calcite skull. Oh, right. That would be nice. I don't know if I've ever seen a black calcite skull. Oh, that's not true. I think I have. If you look up Skullis, which is like the biggest skull manufacturer place, I think they did sell one at some point.
Skullus Official. They're a really cool page. Like
yeah. Oh, really cool. Talk about crystal porn. That is whoo. Yep.
Oh God.
Super 7. It's not pretty, but it's powerful. And you know what? Super 7 can be pretty though too, Sherry Bug. But you're right. It's not as pretty as like pure amethyst and stuff because it has like lots of blacks and browns and stuff in it. But that is really powerful. I have 30, but I have big boys. I just got a 6-inch astrophyllite pumpkin. Woo! Ooh, I haven't seen that, Mama Lillian. You got to show some pictures, girl. Yes, they are. Skullis is very expensive. That's true, but they are great. Absolutely great.
Okay, sorry. It took my brain a second. The astrophyllite pumpkin. I'm like, oh, I got it. Because I'm like, there's been all over Instagram, like, cute, like druzy cats and coffins and ghosts that are coming out for Halloween as well. But those are super cool. I like those.
Yep, absolutely. We'll dig it. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's a Septarian.
Oh, they had a bunch of those. Did you see on the video the dude had the egg that he showed me and it like opened?
Oh, that was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yep. All the druzy inside. Woo.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Beautiful. I have to say, you know what? Now that I think about it, the one stone that I keep thinking someday at some point I'm going to get one because it's good for Libras too that I don't have any of. And I feel like there's a reason I don't have it now at this point. I mean, I've been collecting stones and doing metaphysical work with stones for, I don't know, a long time now. But, and the fact that I have not one opal, none, zero, no opal at all. And it's one of my birthstones. Like it's supposed to work really well with Libras and stuff. Every time I see one, I'm like, oh, it's either way out of my price range. And I'm like, no, I'm not paying that. I mean, it's gorgeous. I'm not paying that. Or I just don't connect with it. Right. And I'm like, eventually I'll find one that's for me. But until then, not one opal. Like the Boulder opals, sometimes they're gorgeous, or the fire opals, or no, just don't have one.
I don't have an opal either. I'm just not. I don't know. Hasn't come about. I'm very much. I forget who mentioned it earlier, where they go by your feelings when you go to the crystal shows or the crystal shops. It's like whatever it is that I'm drawn to it for a reason. So that's why I'm immediately apparently I need these in my life right now. Whether you guys do. But at least I have them here.
Right. That's a good idea, Sherry Bug. If I had a pen, I would write it down. Message me it just in case. Oh, wait, here it is. So Sherry Bug said a video idea is do crystals for zodiac signs. That's a good idea.
Ooh.
Crystals for zodiac. Well, I can tell you Labradorite is not for any one specific zodiac sign, although they say that cancers are very drawn to them because of the flash or something.
Oh,
Jen, your opal wants to be found.
I'm really curious, but I don't want to get into it all. So let me know when you make this video so that I can.
I will. I'll do that. It'll be coming up.
I'm like, I want to know.
Pumpkin. Of course, you can hold my pumpkin, Mama Lillian. I just bought one piece of raw opal. It's beautiful, but so lightweight. It almost feels plasticky. I'm still debating how I feel about it. I had seen actually in the last day, and the reason I remembered that is because in the last day, I think somebody on Instagram showed this opal that I thought, I don't know if that's fake but it was like the most gorgeous opal thing. And he kind of same thing with that septarian. He kind of opened it up a little bit and the flash just went poof. And it was like, whoo, that is gorgeous. That's like the prettiest thing I've ever seen.
So like rainbows actually shot out of this.
Yeah, it like to the point where I was like, that has to be fake. But I mean, opals are that gorgeous sometimes, but I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know about that. That just looks a little too good.
Oh, Lord.
So
I don't mean to be rude. I need to eat something really bad.
No, it's getting late. I was just gonna say that it's 8:30, you guys. Whoo.
Yeah.
So make sure you get a hold of Pappa Squirrel if you're interested. Pappa Squirrel, I will message you. Mama Lillian wanted the price for your chamonite. So I will message you with her information so you can let her know that. And anybody else, go ahead and get a hold of it's Brian Willis on Facebook. You can catch him on his Instagram page, on his Facebook. If you can't find anything else, go to our Facebook page and tag him in something and say, hey, get a hold of me.
Just wave your flag around and be like, yo!
Right?
I need to talk to you.
Thanks so much for coming on again, Pappa Squirrel. This was great.
Thanks for having me.
We had a good time. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Will be Tarot Tuesday, and we are doing the Page of Wands tomorrow. So love you all.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye.